Trust is the most important part of life, but a small mistake can break it very easily. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Ara Ara Senpai, and today we have a list of top 10 anime, where the MC gets betrayed and will do anything to get his revenge. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps me motivate myself to make more content like these. And without further ado, let's start the video. At number 10 we have Redo of the Healer. This anime is okay in terms of plot. It is basically a revenge story of a boy Yaru, who was blessed with the hero insignia and became a healing magician. He only wanted to save the world from demons, but was exploited and abused repeatedly for 4 years by his own allies. One day he noticed what lay beyond his healing magic, and was convinced that the healing magician was the strongest class in the world. However, by the time he realized his own potential, he was already deprived of everything. Thus, using his healing magic, on the Philosopher's Stone he goes back 4 years into the past, deciding to redo everything and get his revenge on the ones who abused him. Next we have on the list is Arifu Reita, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. It is a story about a boy Hajime Nagumo, who was bullied by his classmates. One day their entire class is transported to an isekai. His entire classmates receive powerful magical abilities, but he only gains the basic alchemical magic to transmute solid materials, a common ability usually found in craftsmen and smiths, and during a dungeon raid, he is betrayed by one of his classmates and is dropped to the bottom of the dungeon. He is presumed dead by everyone, but he survives the fall and uses his abilities to become stronger. Ironically, he doesn't want revenge from his classmates and blames it on the gods of that world. During his journey he gets new companions and wants to face the gods who summoned him and return home. Then we have on the list Gon Kitsuo. The story is set in the year 5053. The series focuses on the impact of the titular count, formerly a sailor named Edmond Dantes. He was betrayed by his friends as they were greedy and jealous of him and imprisoned him on false charges. He lost everything, even the love of his life, and was forced to endure despair. He was aided by a mysterious force dubbed Gon Kitsuo, and he escaped and refashioned himself as the Count. He wants his friends to face the same despair he did because of them. He sets out on the journey to ruin his friends like they did to him. Overall, the anime is good, and those looking for a revenge anime to watch can consider this one as well. Next we have on the list is Roka, Braves of the Six Flowers. The plot of the story is basically like Among Us. This story has 6 people known as the Braves of the Six Flowers, who are chosen by the goddess of fate to defeat the demon god. However, when they gather, there are 7 heroes present, leading them to believe that one is an imposter and on the side of the demon god. So the heroes, or as the anime calls it, Braves, have to use their brains and see who is sus. Sorry, had to throw that Among Us joke in it. The main protagonist in this anime is the self-proclaimed strongest man in the world. He fights using tools and trickery to catch his opponent off guard. Teganu appeared at his village when he was a child and destroyed it while capturing all the villagers except Atlet. His reason for wanting to become a brave is revenge. Since he could not become a saint, as only women can become saints, he sets out on a journey and finds a guy called Altro, a hermit adept in various fighting styles and in science. Adlet learns them and is chosen as one of the 7 Braves. Now he has to find out the imposter. On number 6 we have Seraph of the End, Vampire Reign. This anime is set in 2012. The world allegedly comes to an end at the hands of a human-made virus, ravaging the global populace and leaving only children under the age of 13 untouched. It is at this time that vampires emerge from the recesses of the earth. The vampires sweep the earth and claim it in a single violent stroke, subjugating the remnants of humanity and leading them beneath the surface to safety. This protection comes at the price of donating blood to their captors, not knowing that they are vampires. At the age of 12, Yuichiro and his friend and fellow orphan Michaela plotted to escape along with the children in Yakuya orphanage. However, this resulted in their deaths, and Michaela sacrifices himself in order for Yuichiro to escape and be saved by members of the Moon Demon Company, an extermination unit of the Japanese Imperial Demon Army. 4 years later, Yuichiro dedicates his life to destroy vampires and seek revenge against them for murdering his family. At the same time, it is revealed that Michaela is still alive and wants to find his friend, Yuichiro. Next we have on the list Gun Sword. Gun Sword is an anime series detailing the travels of a vagabond bent on avenging his late fiancé's death, and a young girl who at first seeks to find her kidnapped older brother. but then turns to become confused, misunderstanding the reasons for her leaving home. The story is set on the planet of Endless Illusion, a place where rogues of all sorts gather. The protagonist, Van, travels the world searching for a man with a clawed right hand who killed his bride. He is joined by several other travelers along the way, each linked to the clawed man by a personal loss. The animation is pretty good and I urge you to watch it. Then we have on the list the heroic legend of Arslan. The story follows the exploits of Arslan, the crown prince of the fictional kingdom of Pars, and it is divided into two parts. In the first part, Pars is taken over by the neighboring nation of Lusitania after Arslan's father, King Andragoras III, falls victim to a treacherous plot led by some of his most trusted retainers. After barely escaping with his life, Arslan, seeking revenge, rejoins with his loyal servant, Darun. Backed up by only a few more companions, Arslan stands against overwhelming odds to assemble an army strong enough to liberate his nation from the Lusitanian army. On the third we have Black Lagoon. Rokuro Okajima starts out as a 25-year-old Japanese salaryman for Asahi Industries in Tokyo until he is taken hostage by the crew of the Black Lagoon during their raid on the ship he is on. He is betrayed by his department chief Kageyama as he abandons him in an attempt to cover up the smuggling operation in which Rokuro had been an unwitting participant. He is later declared dead and he starts to work with the Lagoon Company. The anime style and plot is also good. Next we have on the list is Dororo. Dororo revolves around a ronin named Hyakumaru and young orphan thief named Dororo during the Sengoku period. The ronin was born malformed, limbless and without facial features or internal organs. This was the result of his birth father Daimyo Kagamitsu Daigo forging a pact with 48 sealed demons so that he might rule the land and increase its wealth and prosperity. In return, he promised the demons anything that they wanted which belonged to him. This enabled them to roam free and commit atrocities along the countryside. The ronin is later abandoned but is raised by Jukai Sensei, who provides the boy with everything he needs. The ronin takes revenge by fighting against the demons and his own father too. Finally we have on the list, Vinland Saga. This anime is one of the best revenge anime out there. The plot revolves around a boy called Thorfinn whose dad, Thors, was murdered in front of him by Askeladd. Thorfinn decides to join Askeladd and learns how to fight and challenges Askeladd a lot of times so he could seek revenge for his father's death. The story is set in 1013 AD. This anime is a piece of art and highly recommend you to watch this one. Well folks, these were the top 10 anime where the MC is betrayed and will do anything to get his revenge. Tell us in the comments if I left anything. Until next time. Peace.